Y'all, am I overreacting? No, not me. I never overreact, ever. No, that's the name of the subreddit that we're jumping into today because people are going crazy. So grab some snacks and get ready for what might be some drama. Am I overreacting? Am I overreacting to my boyfriend praising the president? Oh, God. What do you mean, politics? Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Let's go. I've been seeing this guy for about a month and a half. Y'all, break up. We haven't even gotten into this day. You've been seeing this dude for a month and a half. There's text messages in here, which we're gonna go over. You have been seeing this dude for a month and a half, and you've already felt compelled to write an entire Reddit post and expose your messages. Break up, sister. Things were great the first month, but the last week I've felt like we're growing further and further apart. Yes, already. Ugh, eye roll. Ugh. He's been really inconsiderate, disrespectful, and most recently, like he's trying to push me away with his texts. I mean, how is he being inconsiderate and disrespectful? We haven't read the text yet, but like, if he's actually being rude like that, why even ask the subreddit? Who cares about Trump? If he's being inconsiderate or disrespectful, sis, is that not enough? When we first started talking, he asked what I thought about Trump. I told him I don't like him. He said he did like him, but that if it bothers me, that he won't ever bring him up. Well, this morning, after the last week being on edge anyway, I don't understand why. No context there, but okay. He just randomly brought up how amazing Trump is and let it go. And wouldn't let it go. I feel like he's trying to start a fight. He says he forgot. Am I overreacting? Well, we haven't read the messages yet, but it really depends. I think you might be underreacting. I don't think that politics should be the breaking point in this conversation. Again, we haven't read the messages. We're about to check them out now. But I don't think you're upset and you want to break up because he's praising Trump, not because he's being inconsiderate and disrespectful. Like, I feel like there's a flaw here somewhere. So let's get into these messages. Him, pretty good. How about you? Her, slept like a rock, lol. I was watching Trump last night. The guy is a fucking legend. It was the best speech I ever heard, bruh. He also ended taxes on tips and overtime. That's not, I mean, he wants to. That's not true yet. It would be, I guess, pretty cool, but I hope people understand that if he ends the taxes on overtime and it doesn't end the tax the companies have to pay on their portion of the money, the companies are just not gonna offer overtime. Um, Anyway, she says he's a misogynistic moron, but okay, lol. Is that, I mean, okay, just you're being serious? You're being serious and like then you're ending that on lol like he's a misogynistic moron, but okay, you don't need to lol. You don't need to soften the blow. He's crazy. It's fine. Like people know that. He said, "How can you hate the guy? He's done more for this country in 2 months than any president, and he's for the people." LOL. Okay, also not true. And I'm sorry to well, not the Republicans, I'm sure they don't care, but like the Trump supporters, like none of the presidents give a shit and they don't really do anything because most of the stuff they do is either undoing what the previous president did and then or it gets undone by whoever the next president is. And also he just ended DEI, which wasn't good. And they're ending programs that shouldn't end, but should be fixed. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't problems. Like, Trump is correct that there are a lot of problems in the country, but this isn't the solution. So we have yet to see whether he's done more good than damage or more damage than good. I'm hoping that it turns out that it all works out, Oh, it's not looking so good. Anyway, he continues. The guy made a 13-year-old who has brain cancer a member of the Secret Service. That was the kid's dream, and he made it real among like 200 other things last night. That's wholesome. Oh gosh. It's beautiful, actually. Like I don't want to downplay that. I think that what Trump did there was a beautiful thing, and I think that that kid deserved it, and it made his life, and it made his parents' life. Like that's it, the kid's going through a lot. That is something beautiful. So I don't want to say this to downplay it, but like that's not why we elect the president. Like that's cool. Of course he's doing the PR spin. Every president does the PR spin. They all kiss a baby and shake a hand. That's like the thing that they do. Um, but the prices are still up. The jobs are not just still down, but he has Elon Musk removing more of them. Like a lot of the things that are being done are counterintuitive to even what he wanted. They don't seem to have a plan. They might. I again, not going to dive into the politics because there's a lot I can get into as to what's wrong and why it's wrong. But this guy's taking the wrong things away from he's probably young and so he sees that and he's impressionable. If I were younger, I'd see that. I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I'm still like, yeah, the 13-year-old that or yeah, that's an amazing thing for him. But also that's like not the point of why we're having this speech, right? That's something that you do for the press and you put it in the newspaper. You don't do this in the middle of a congressional hearing. Like this is just pandering and it's crazy. Whatever. Again, guys, I don't think that this is what should be the end of the relationship. I'm not seeing her or him being disrespectful. I see him having a conversation about the person that he likes. She's saying she dislikes him. She can either combat the conversation or just tell him, okay, cool, whatever, I don't want to hear about it. It doesn't have to be that serious. The serious thing is that you said he was being disrespectful and I don't know, I guess I'm just not seeing that. So she says that he said that about the 13-year-old. She replies to the what he's done for 2 months, and she's like, what? To which I agree with, like, bro, you don't if you think Trump has done anything great in the past 2 months that has like changed the country for the better, you're a fan. You're not someone who's political. And that well, I don't think it's right because I don't think politics should be a fan base thing. But I understand it. You're a fan of this person and you like this person. That's like if you're a fan of a musician, you don't care what the haters say. But if you understand politics and you're looking at this from a political point of view, you understand that nothing has been done. Like, uh, uh, next. So she says, not for me. And I don't know what she's replying to because that part's cut out, but now he has a part where he says, I don't know, man. He's gonna be really dangerous for so many, especially women in this country. Wait, is she replying to her own message? I'm sorry, I'm a little yes, because if she were replying to his, it would be like the bottom one where whoops over to that side. Okay, so to her own messages, I don't know, man. He's gonna be dangerous for women. And then she adds on to that with the restrictions to medical care and reproductive rights. And he says, I support you. So if you don't like him, I just won't bring him up ever. And she said, okay, that's fair. And I felt that that was very sweet. And there's no timestamps now. And now that I'm reading it and talking it over with you guys, well, to you guys, I don't know if this came before, if this was what she was talking about before when she said that he said he would never bring him up, or if this is after their argument, or not even argument, them talking about his presidency right now. If it's after that, I think it was sweet that he was like, shit, like I really pissed her off. I just won't bring him up. If it is before, then he's an asshole because like you said you're not going to bring him up. Come on. And she's talking about reproductive rights, which is very sensitive to women. It should be sensitive to everyone. Come on, don't bring him up. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I think that they should break up. But not not because of anything that is posted here. in the sense of her question or the text. I think that to you, keep my head above water. Sorry if I offend you, but I feel like you're looking for a problem in this in if that message is after, and even if you're not, he's aware that you didn't want to speak of him and he's doing this anyway, and it's only a month, and you're saying that he's being inconsiderate and disrespectful, which I'm not seeing in these text messages, but maybe you mean in real life and in person, which would be even worse. So maybe you just shouldn't be pursuing this anyway. Some people are like, oh, it's best that you date people whose values and morals align with yours. I think that's true, but I don't think that that means that if someone voted for someone, you shouldn't date them. Some people aren't into politics in the same way that everyone, like, not everyone's so deep into politics that they listen to every single thing the president's saying. They just hear things they like because every politician panders, both sides. And so when a person who's not into politics just hears what they like and they don't hear, the negative stuff, they're going to vote for that. It's up to you to educate them if they don't know. That shouldn't be the deciding factor in the relationship. The deciding factor should be that one person's inconsiderate and disrespectful, and the other person seems to be looking for problems due to a political alliance. Politics would be a deal breaker for me. Hey, you know what? Traditional candy, you know yourself. It wouldn't be for me, but you know yourself. Now, if they're into politics and understand the implications of everything, then yeah, it would be a deal breaker if you're siding with someone that's like morally against everything I stand for. But if you're one of those, like, you go to work, you're not really paying attention to politics, someone said, oh, I'm gonna cut taxes, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna vote for that, and you're just like, not, some people live in their own bubble, guys. Not everyone's uh um uh protester or a what is it, an activist. Not everyone's an activist, and that's fine. And if you want someone that is, you have to look for that. But yeah, I don't think politics are a deal breaker, but some people might. And if you think politics are a deal breaker, if you thought they were a deal breaker going in, then you shouldn't even dive into someone with opposing political political opinions as you. Y'all, this is really fun. I figure, there is a lot going on, so maybe we could use a laugh. I was trying to avoid politics because of the global events, but politics has seeped into even the deepest subreddits, it seems. But I'm going to do something a little different. Maybe give us all a little bit of a distraction, especially right now since everyone's so focused on politics and global events. We're not even getting freaking UFO videos as often as we used to. And when we are, they're fakes that are planted into the community for some reason. So we gotta have some fun, gotta laugh a little bit, and enjoy ourselves in the times between. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you check out those funny and reaction videos, those UFO videos, paranormal videos. Check out all the videos.